I don't know if you can hear us, Dragon, but the match started.
I know it started.
Remember how I said I was going to turn the Granny Cape's daughter into the Avatar, basically? The Giver? Well, her mother already beat her to it, and I didn't even know it. Why does this thing have a tanking system? Kill it. Watch me somebody trash. Oh no. He has Hex. It is the race. He just hit me. I don't know whether he's behind me or what, but why can't I see? I see you, Zero. I got you. I have borrowed time. I'll get Zero.
I'm already buying.
I am too. He's gonna come. He left just like 2 seconds ago. Alright, fine. Always after somebody else, thank God. Dang it. Small game is a very indecent perk. I expected to be able to see freaking push every few seconds. It's activated, but where is it? Where's the... Oh, I found something he's not gonna like that I'm cleansing. You're welcome. I cleansed the Hex token. Right by me. Look at the other guy, please. He's right up. I gotta see how this works. It's not alive. Well, at least I could just take away his parents. Excuse me. Zero, is that you? Behind you, Zero. I'm on the other side somewhere. Look for me. Here I am, right there. Thank you, Zero. I heard something turn physical. Oh, good, he's not that far from us. for that ginger. That means you're today's fight is AMC. Yeah, for the bigger seasons of Gun Fighter G. Well, a series, I should say. I would actually like if they used to create variations. So, let's move on some of the other guys. Like today's fight, the UFC. Oh, time to open up this. Why does it sound like somebody was choked and then they finally got air? I like this here. Oh no. You keep opening that door, Zero. You open that door fully. I thought I cleansed the totems. Zero, we're gonna die. Dragon, did you open up your exit? You said yes? Alright. Oh. Dragon, I hate you. I had eggs again. I think I'm gonna lay off the eggs though. I'm starting to think it's part of the reason.
Everything is part of the reason. I told you this thing is on rate twice before. What do you want to know about
What are you
it?
talking about? I just had eggs.
What kind of how many?
Oh, I got from Smith. I just had eggs on a bagel.
Maybe you can eat half next time and see what happens. Or a quarter.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna stop eating it. You have an get in. Oh, get a when I'm looking in the direction of a totem. We have 45 degree or within a cone within a range of 12 meters small. Gain a cooldown of 10 seconds each time it activates for each dull totem and hex totem. Cleansed by any player, gain a token. Oh, okay, cool. I don't really like that.
I just think you.
Huh?
I just think you don't try enough in regards to your eating.
Telling you.
Hmm?
Sure, but I'm telling you, man. I don't know. I'm telling you. But not this week, but is it this week? Yeah, I think this week I'm gonna go find, or next week I'm gonna go find a stomach doctor. I'm gonna try Garden City.
You're gonna be coming back to the gym Friday, right? You ever pull that dude when I gave you his number?
No,
Wow.
I forgot his name personally.
I can tell you his name.
Yeah, after we come from seeing Richmond. Yeah, sure.
I don't get that. That's like I gave you that freaking how long ago?
Cause I forgot his name, right?
It doesn't matter. You can still call. You know other information about the individual.
We'll make it.
His name is Mike.
His name is Mike. I think I'll put Kendra. Now the Granny Cape can see. Take people off the hook and they won't be dead. Take stuff from the box and it'll be complete. Nice. I think I'll eat dinner when we come back from this movie, because if I eat dinner, I'm not gonna want to go anywhere.
I already had dinner.
I know. I think tomorrow I'm gonna eat that muffin I bought. The secretary, son. The granny cape is the avatar, son. I shouldn't make it to where she's actually acclimated to seeing the killing. Oh, I should put an alert. Not too late for nothing. I'm gonna try to get all the Jill's perks too. Oh yeah, since you're here, I'm gonna use that next round. That was. Oh, somebody used the cake. Now all we gotta do is live. I feel like when I sit too low, my stump-tum feels like it's in my something. But I really think I got irritable bowel syndrome.
I think you have more than that,
No, irritable bowel syndrome literally is like one of the worst bowel syndromes you can have. Could be traveler's diarrhea also.
I still
But I'm
think
gonna
you
have
have
them
more than that.
x-ray my stomach and tell me.
So it could be more in your stomach. It could be exactly what I said.
What, I don't eat enough stuff? I eat eggs, Dragon. You're talking about someone who used to love eating eggs with a lot of things. I hated making them, but I used to eat them.
I'm not even talking about that. Because like when you say that, that's not the solution to what your junk is. That the egg thing was about weight loss. Most of the people that have six packs eat a lot of eggs because it helps them burn belly fat. That's the main reason I brought up eggs. I didn't bring up eggs to cure your issue. Most of the stuff I brought up to do that is stuff that you either say reject or you don't have the funds to try. You know, I gave you another suggestion that probably was cheaper. You didn't even want to try that either because it was an ad on the internet or whatever. Even though I told
It
you
was
the
what?
ingredients, it was some type of
Oh, Zufu? Yeah.
yeah. But I was saying that most of the ingredients was crap that you need
I know, but it would just make.
because it wasn't just about dropping loads. It was about your electrolytes and all of that. But it was like I don't even really care about any of that junk.
And it's. Yep. Yeah.
And my own issue, you know, it's like 3 months before you can get rid of it. And over that
I know.
time period, I tried a larger variety of different junk. I'm not getting too bad over here.
And all I said was, I was going to go to the freaking gas shop.
I get that, but I mean, all I'm saying is just that I'm not even just talking about that. I'm just talking about the person has a problem. If I hear potentially something that's going to reduce how extreme my issue is, I'm gonna try that out as opposed to dealing with this issue for X amount of time without any type of way to nullify it, because rather than try different techniques that work for other people, I just remain in my problem. And personally, I don't like issues, and I don't like being in a situation where it's like I'm just bless you. I'm just forced
Hey,
to suffer without a solution. And it's like, especially when it affects me like in everyday life, and there's certain things I want to do but I can't do them because of this issue or whatever. It's like if the only thing I can do is wait to get, oh no. He's broken. How the hell do I get to the basement? Wow.
I got zero, Mr. Guy. I understand, and I don't like issues either, but I'm ouch.
It's like I feel like you had this issue since before you moved here, and then
I had this issue.
and then it was like because I had the flaxseed, I ended up with an issue. I don't even know what this debuff is that I had. I ended up with an issue similar to your issue. Wow.
That's why I said mine could actually be irritable bouncing. And my doctor, when he got my results, he didn't keep me when I was like, oh, you gotta do it again. Like, what doctor does that?
And it was like my issue. It wasn't going to cure itself. It only ended because of all the freaking crap that I freaking tried. And the cause of it, I didn't even know how I got it. It wasn't just the flaxseed by itself. It was also that I drastically changed my diet to abrupt my body was used to eating certain foods, and it did eat what I switched to in moderation, but it never just turned almost completely vegetarian just out of nowhere for like a week. Because when I first started, I didn't just auto have this problem. I was eating that flaxseed for at least like a week and a half.
I understand.
Then, wow, 2 minutes. Then I kinda, that's not good. Then I kinda got that issue out of nowhere, and I didn't even know what the cause of it was. I was confused about the cause. Yeah, but that other dude's kinda gross.
Oh, zero.
That threw me off. So then I had to do process of elimination for great.
Crap, we gotta get zero before he shows up. I do have Darwin.
Just say no, Zero's right here, and that's the other guy, but I know.
Oh, I said zero. I said we gotta get to.
If he's chasing you, I'll go for this other.
Yeah, you might have gone to. Mine is over there. He left me to save that to stop him rushing into that other dude.
Wow.
I'm going down here though. It's too late, and now I'm trapped down here. I dodged it. Just by pressing that. And I'm going to the basement. Never mind, I'm going to the cage of a tomb. That's cool. Wow, it just teleported me. What? It teleported me to the 3rd floor. You serious right now?
Wow. I didn't even see you.
You got to be kidding me. He's serious. The great knife. Oh wow, that's the seal of Metatron. And yes, I had this problem beforehand. It's just that I never actually discovered a gastro doctor until later in my years.
I'm right up to the base. I don't want to do that, so I gotta get out of here. Hopefully, I'm time for the generator. It's like I had told you, and I got my issue. I refuse. I'm not living long with that. Without being a damn freaking bad. I'm like, oh hell no. I have dreams and aspirations I wish to achieve, and I won't
I
be
do
able to
too.
do them.
Irritable bowel syndrome. For me, is permanent. It doesn't just disappear.
Yeah, I get that though. My counter argument to that was it could be how effective it is on you seriously. Wow.
Yeah, no, that's exactly why I said I'm going to the doctor to get medication to make it ineffective, because my pills that I take are freaking stuff that's supposed to be effective against it.
Didn't you just heal me? Oh, this is it.
It's 8:15, right? Okay, I'm going to the basement.
What is up with your niggas? Everyone, you sound like he's getting tortured. You're being camped, aren't you?
No. Wait, no, I am. He has the undetectable status effect. Now he's moving. He's still by, but he's moving. And also, Zero was stepped on that dude's freaking thing that allows him to send you to the thingy, to the cage. So he's in a lot of pain. He's practically being judged right now.
I said you let me go up the stairs first. Wow. He has to make a choice.
That's not good.
And you're about to get
Andre. He had that undetectable status effect.
But I saw him.
No, I'm saying he had it, so we didn't know that he was there.
He's coming down the basement. Oh, this might work in my favor. Leave me, Zero. I want my rift challenge.
He is coming after me.
I want to see if I'm going to be able to achieve it. I just got to run from the freaking basement. Give myself some time.
He is coming right after me. Oh, he got you.
You're a dick, nigga. You're a dick, nigga. You're a dick, nigga.
Yes, son. Dragon the clown.
Twat, you lick, sucker. Get licked, sucker.
Oh, snap. We was right there.
Wow, I didn't see y'all.
I'm coming.
Hopefully that got my freaking rift challenge done. That way I can get those points. What the hell?
I had to freaking borrow time, but that happened.
Damn it, I was just coming to save you.
Yeah, the feeling was mutual.
Wow, I found the hatch.
Fudge.
Damn it.
You're in the cage of atonement, Zero.
I wish you had a key, Zero. That would be so lovely.
I know. But don't let Zero get down by the judgment again, or else I'll exact final judgment.
Damn it. I got a powerful flashlight, Zero. Maybe it'll do you some use. Though, oh, the hatch is on the first floor. It's on the first floor, or it's on the same floor, but it's in one of these rooms. It's in one of these rooms, Zero. It's not that far from where I died. It's probably at the other end of the hall or something like that. It's in a classroom, like in the middle of the floor. There's a generator in the hall, I believe, that is in the door of. Alright, spectate. Damn, Zero, where the hell are you? You're probably not that far from the freaking hatch. Zero don't give a damn, I see. I don't even know how far you are from where I died, but it's probably in the same hole I died in. I didn't die that far from the... But I do see that generator right there, and it makes me wonder if that hatch is... Yeah, what the hell? You better check those holes. You better check... Yeah, I think it's in there. It's right there, Zero! Yes! Jump in that hole!
Look how that sounds.
The only thing I hate is the fact that I didn't leave with this power.
What did he have? Trail of Torment, Make Your Choice, Forced Penance, and Deathbound. Why? I know, right? No wonder he had Trail of Torment. So whenever he kicked the generator, he was gonna be undetectable. You couldn't hear him. And he had something that would give you the oblivious status effect, so he was definitely gonna remain unknown.
I'm just happy I got this challenge done so I can get my real build back.
Lucky you.
What does that mean?
No, I'm just saying. The challenge I've been struggling to do for the longest. Alright, let me select one. I already did one apparently. Wow, I did one and didn't even know it.
See, mine was hard because it involved being carried by the killer, or one of you being carried by the killer, and I couldn't do it, and I had to change my build. I was forced to equip a perk I didn't want.
Yeah.
Now, what is the perk I use at? Oh, I remember. That's in the first row. There. Oh, I gotta select Next
Alright.
two are easy for me. Look at those points, baby.
I see you and Dog are definitely saving up points.
The difference is I don't intend to just pour my points into that which
My
one
new precious.
dark precious.
I said mine, so I claimed her before, yeah. So.
But I mean, you seem less capable of sacrificing that dark, who she
Yeah,
is
you.
symbolic of who he loves in real life.
Yeah, I don't care about that. You're talking to somebody who doesn't actually care about symbolics or anything.
Exactly.
I like her because she actually looked different than everybody else.
Yeah, which is kind of surface level at the most part.
Yeah, I know, but I still laid claim to it.
But what do you care?
Nothing really. I just want the character and the perks.
You mean the perks that you don't like?
Yeah, that way I can make somebody else suffer.
What the hell? I think the safe? A fake? This is why he stays in his office sometimes, man. Oh, I'm not wasting any of it on her. I forgot I gotta waste them on the savior. What time is it? How far is that theater from us?
I don't truly know.
Let me go on the map thing and see how long it would take me.
I know it's not an hour, if that's what you're asking. I usually go Rob, so it's not an hour, that much I can tell you. Probably at least, what, 25 minutes at the most. You should check your phone.
20 minutes.
But that's without adding in traffic, stuff like that.
I don't expect traffic because it's late. It's past that's if we were going like now, between like 5 and 6, I think, something like that. I need air. I
But
gotta
I
go
do
get that
plan on using her upon
laxative tea.
release.
Hmm?
I said I do plan on using her upon release. You said what teaser?
I was supposed to go to the gym today, but I didn't. So I'm gonna hold myself accountable. Any day that I'm off and I don't work on my class, I'm drinking that laxative tea, which will clean out my body. And aside from Sunday, I'm only allowed to take one cheat day where I don't go. And this week I took 2, so I already have to punish myself with that tea. And the tea is not a laxative. It helps. It helps with cleaning out your large intestine, but it's
Doesn't
like a
make you
lax.
shit though.
It's like a laxative, but it's only
So it's a
him.
laxative.
It's not though. It's like one,
It is though if it makes you shit though.
but it's not gonna be like a laxative where I'm just in there for a whole day.
And well, you Alex gonna let you be in there for one day.
Nah, I was speaking to somebody who used it. It's normally
Did
it
you
normally
say
affects
that?
you for
But it might affect you differently because you're not that person.
that could be true too. But I still take in their experience into account. And if compared to if this person took a regular laxative in the tea and a regular laxative had a similar effect on both of us,
Yeah,
where
this
we were
is
just
rapper.
living in there, and then the tea, oh my goodness, the tea had a far less severe detrimental effect. I'm still using it to hold myself accountable, but I don't expect to be. Because if it has the same exact effect as a laxative, I might as well just take a laxative every freaking time, but it's not. Because it's a tea. It's something you can drink. Oh my goodness. Wow, this tube looks. This tube.
That's the blight serum. He took the blight serum, and the blight enhanced most of the killers.
He looked like that nigga from freaking Dream.
Yeah, the blight serum did that to him. And then the blight made another variation for himself. That's why he has the true blight costume, which I don't see anybody really use like that, which it actually upsets me.
Well, I wasn't talking about all of that. I was just talking about how he
I
was
know.
similar to this fire demon from the Grimm series.
The Grimm series, like Grimm Tales. I mean, yeah. Grimm Fairy Tales.
Grimm was a live-action TV show about monsters. Like Grimm in the
Based on
show,
the Grimm Fairy Tales.
like Grimm is like a monster that kills monsters. Like,
Are you talking about the Grimm TV show?
Yeah.
Which was, I believe, based on the Grimm Fairy Tales freaking books.
No, I don't know about those. I don't know about the show.
When I watch shows, I look into what they are.
If I care enough, I'd do the same thing. I didn't feel the need to do that though, since most of what the show was about folklores of various branches
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, so it's like I didn't
Fairy
feel the
tales
need
about monsters and crap.
to look up any of that stuff because a lot of it I knew already. Not every freaking monster.
I plan on learning about monsters. I mean, that's what I know about Champy the lake monster and the Hodag, for instance.
See, but I don't have no interest in whatever that monster is.
Like cryptids, I love cryptids.
Like
No,
chances are, if I cared about the monster, I already looked it up.
Yeah, but I like to actually see others who actually have seen it to actually account their thoughts on it, since you do the same thing for freaking laxatives.
I do that too. Like I don't just only do that with one thing. It's just I had no interest in every monster. Like chances are, before I knew about the show, like there's werewolves in the show, but I already researched that.
Yeah.
So just because they're in the show doesn't mean I have to research that. If there was a monster in the show that caught my interest, which there were, I most likely looked those specific ones up. But at every show, every episode had a different monster. There's a lot of freaking episodes, and they were all different monsters.
I know, because I know the show. I do my own research.
I get that, but you're making it sound like I'm supposed to research all 500 monsters.
No, I didn't say that. That's how you explain stuff to me. That's how I feel. No.
Sometimes when I over-explain something, though, it's to really just give you an idea as to what it is I'm referring to, because I can't assume you automatically know every little thing I'm talking about.
Same thing happens with that. So
but,
I just
sometimes when you say something, you're so broad, I have to draw a conclusion as to what you potentially.
Because it's not that hard to understand what I'm saying. That's why.
But that's up into.
It's like when you in dark can't even tell I have sarcasm. It's pretty unheard of.
Because that's up into the interpreter what you're saying. You're you're targeted.
I've never had that problem with anybody besides you and Rob, and it's pretty obscure to me.
But I feel like I mean I'm not around you all the time. I feel like you don't. I feel like we interact with more people than you on the regular though. I don't know how many. Like I don't know how many people you talk to enough. Oh God, are you serious? Like I don't know how often you're talking to people and being sarcastic to people in everyday life to draw a conclusion as to how people pick up on your sarcasm versus me and Dark, when it's like me and Dark probably talk to you. Well, I feel me and Rob probably talk to you then like 90% of the time, as opposed to people who talk to you 3%. And maybe that 3% get your sarcasm, but maybe the way you relay it is different or something. Compared to people you talk to all the time.
Literally.
Because sometimes, like, I can make the argument that when I talk about freaking rape and crap to a stranger, they take it the wrong way. Oh, crap.
Yeah, but I never have that problem with a stranger.
But if I say the same thing to you, Zero, Dark, and Rom, I don't have that problem because there's a different level of understanding in the conversation that a stranger doesn't have. I guess healing you doesn't matter because he has Devour
Devour.
Hope.
I understand, but still,
I just mean sometimes I feel like you don't take that into consideration. You just say, oh, well, everybody else gets my sarcasm, but it's like, who is everybody else though? Except
yeah. But I could
for
ask
me
you the
and
same
Ron.
question. Who's everyone else? Because I don't know their names. As far as I'm concerned, they're freaking urchins. As far as I care,
Then what does their opinion matter? That makes it sound like they're not
and
as
they actually
significant.
get it.
But they're worms though. How often are you communicating with these people?
Well, every weekend, and people I see out on the streets actually work, and they're all down. Oh god, did you find that perk? Because I'm about to save you.
No, I haven't found a single freaking what the hell is that? Piss. I haven't found a single totem.
This
I
never
found the
happens to
totem,
me.
but
My
it's not.
totem's
It's,
usually out in the
damn, I found the totem. It's not Devour Hope though.
You'll know it. You'll know when it's Devour. Oh, it's a free. Never mind, he already found me.
I got rid of a different perk.
I wonder could it be in the basement.
I don't even think perks spawn in the basement.
Sure.
They probably could spawn above the basement. But this ain't that kind of map. If it's above the basement, it's probably outside. Wow, Sarah, you're freaking working on the generator in this situation? I'm scared as hell. I don't know where he is.
I don't know where he is either because he left me. Some traps down, so be careful.
I only said that because he was by me. Well, he was. But now... Wait, what the hell? He's near me somewhere. Unless he got a stupid little perk.
Doesn't even make sense to even heal there. We gotta find that stupid tool. Oh, somebody dropped a med pack. But you're right, Dragon.
If you disagree, you don't have to say that. Just end the conversation. I think I found it. Damn it! Well, I found the Vow of Hope. It's right where I'm about to go down now because he put a stupid thing in.
Ah, I see. Wow, he's a smart killer.
Wait, what the hell? I can't move. Wait, am I
Oh,
being
he's killing
executed?
you. Yeah, he's killing you.
Was I even on the hook? Oh, because of Devour Hope. Wow, that's my first down. I guess I just deranked.
I guess Devour Hope is about to activate on me.
Yeah, I just
Probably
deranked
about
because
to
of that.
execute
It's like,
me.
bro, come on, man. That's my first. I didn't even freaking get hooked this match.
I like how Devour Hope actually activated. I see that he's one of those kills that protects his things. They'll find that hatch.
Did we even do a generator?
Yeah, wrong. We're talking about you, D-Rex.
Yeah, cause he freaking. I expected to go on the hook. I didn't even freaking get hit at all match. Nah, my first down is because I step in the trap and then get freaking immediately executed upon finding the stupid perk too, which is like seriously.
Be right back.
My nigga Marty Ford, man. This is a super nigga right here. this chick at, man? I didn't even realize, man. I got totally distracted by a rear end just now, Sarah. I wasn't expecting to see it, actually. I was just watching her drink. I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know if this is a coconut, because I don't think it is. Coconuts are hairy looking. But then when she walked forward and then the camera behind her, I was like, oh my god. I mean, I already knew she had that because I know who it is, but it's like I wasn't expecting to see it in this video.
I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Right. Now watch this drive.
I like his style. This dude look pretty cool. That chain around his...
I see zero.
This looks like Chinatown. That dance is nice, but I definitely ain't keeping up. All I would do is make me tired. But she killed that dance.
Yo, this killer could be just looking for zero. It's crazy. I feel like Zero could find my hatch right now. There was one killer who was smart enough not to open up the hatches. Instead, went to get Zero. And you know what's funny, Zero? That totem you're looking at right there, that's broken. When that new chick comes out, you'll be able to bless it and make it a boom totem. Oh wow, he just wanted to make sure you know. You're not a scam. That one you were doing the screen with Zero. You know, Ferg is also a good breakdown. Wow. I hate killers like him. He did that. I knew it. I knew it took too long for him to find that. He did that crap purposely.
He put 3 traps on. He put 3 traps on.
They did buff him.
Oh my god. She just gave me a different view on this song. Most people that have this song playing is not doing this. Her stomach muscles must be on point, because that's a lot of work right there. Oh my goodness. I kinda like this song too. This is Bruno Mars? I would never guess he made that.
I thought he died.
Wow.
Wow.
This dude is spitting some real hate, son.
I heard.
Damn, is this not a real song? I want this song. This girl's, she started laughing so she spit up her food. He's playing like an Indian version of the Lion King. She look like she's eating what you like shrimp Alfredo.
I love shrimp Alfredo. Can't even eat it anymore.
Well, he about to get knocked out for real now. Ooh, that comeback was vicious. That comeback was vicious. Wow, he's staying down. It's funny though, because if this was a real fight in real life without a ref, that black dude probably would have lost. What the hell? You got the nerve to pick my secretary? Yo, hold up, son. Bring out your boss. Oh, I love these Indian outfits, man. Shoot, I feel like if I was president, I would be a cunt. This style would be mandatory almost by at least half the females.
Speaking of freaking,
all have the scarf thing on. Yo, son, this style is dope.
I don't like it.
Oh,
But I
my
respect
Lord.
those who do.
But you don't like the freaking thing I'm talking about?
The scarf outfit.
I want this. I feel
Well, I
like that
can't.
depends on who's wearing it, but I mean, it's cool.
And I said, every to each its own.
This is freaking... Wait, this is Nicki Minaj?
I'm over her.
I never heard this one. See, I'm used to seeing stuff like this with this song. Not what I was seeing that last one. But I don't know what she's gonna do. She look cool too, but she's just wearing the I'm gonna hide my body except for my feet outfit that they wear over there. I'm not even referring to that. This is more Muslim looking, but she's rocking it. This cat is so fat. He look like he's never done anything except eat since he was conceived. Oh, wow, I didn't think anybody was gonna laugh at that. This cat's so fat though, it's like he's laying on his back. Like, I wonder if he can even walk.
Yo, I thought you were gonna say something else. Like he's laying on his back. He's so fat when he lays on his back, his stomach is his back. I was waiting for something like that to happen.
That's just like death.
You mean like those dudes who have my 2,000-pound life? That's scary.
Yeah, that's practically suicide.
People actually survive on that. I don't understand how. The amount of fat surgery they have to have that costs them money is the insurance companies being billed out their ass for that.
It's gonna take more than that, though. That's in that. You want to talk
Yeah, they
about
gotta cut off. They gotta take out the fat and cut out the actually past the generator.
I thought I saw it told them that's why. That takes them. But still, even if they cut all that out, you still gotta do a lot.
Yeah, they gotta cut off the remaining skin. And they gotta take out all the fat, suction cup style.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about what they do. I'm talking about what the person that's doing that too has to do as well. That's not a healthy way to lose fat.
It's not, but it is what it is.
That's still not saving a person. They still have a lot to do after that.
Like what?
Move,
It's a clown.
train,
He
work.
said,
They have to do a lot. They got sedentary depth syndrome. Their bones isn't used to being idle. They gotta be in motion and active.
I still feel like sedentary death syndrome doesn't exist.
But it does. My
See, I can't.
career is proof of that.
I don't think it's proof. They just don't get out enough because their jobs literally entail them having to glue to that screen, which is not their fault. I mean, because my job is half and half, really, right now, which I'm going to actually talk to my boss about full time because I don't even want to be inside some most days.
That's sedentary depth.
And yes, Dragon, do you know how many people I talk to a day? Just so you know, I talk to nearly over 200 a day.
I don't even.
And I mean, this is all. You don't believe that?
A day.
Yeah.
You talk to 200 people a day.
Do you know how many people I check in the city MD?
Is these conversations you mean just, hello, can I scan your badge, or right, have a nice day? You referring to them like that? That's not really a conversation. That's
It
more
is, because
agreeing
sometimes I actually make
past-
jokes with them. And people have to wait on the line until I'm done having my conversation. You can't go past without me saying, what's your name?
Yeah, that's
You
not,
can get you on
that's,
the list.
that's a free.
But I'm saying I have conversations with some of these people is what I'm saying.
Oh, you probably do with some. But most of those aren't conversations. I gonna say the same thing about customers.
I'm sure
A
you can, but I
conversation
actually
is
know
like
their
you talking
names,
to
their
that dude
cell
in the
phone
gym,
numbers.
where he was talking about his sister and all that type of stuff. That's a conversation. But the
I did too.
hello
I
and
had
all
some
of
conversation with somebody talking about their mom and how she needs help and how you can't turn her away, she's in pain and blah blah blah. And I said, go away.
that. Wow. Well, that's a conversation as well. Unless you
It
were
is
just
a
listening to
conversation.
them and then you just said go away.
Oh no, because they can't get past the door because they have to ask me, hey, can you actually do this? And I say they'll probably just say no. Well, can you please ask? No. Can't turn away somebody who has chest pains or bleeding. It's beautiful, actually. So I can always tell you no if we're over the amount of customers. But I don't cherish saying no to some people. Now I gotta go here this weekend and look at these savages. Granted, I do like the chicks there. One of them has eyes that I just... If her eyes were people, they would be a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Or at least a 9. Because she actually manipulated... Two of them, actually. She manipulated me with her eyes. Her eyes alone sucked me in.
Wow, this is quite impressive.
And that's an impossible feat. And I don't like it. I actually want to stab her eyes in sometimes. Because I'm not a freaking child. I don't know who's getting hit repeatedly to scream, but that's really annoying. But yeah. And then there's one chick who has such long hair, it goes past her freaking rear end, and I'm like, y'all gotta grab it and just hit you from the back.
I like long hair.
I do. I like long hair. I don't like bald.
Yeah,
takes
girls
away
with
the-
short hair that made me impressed with the short hair look.
Short hair is alright, but I don't like bald. If you're bald, I won't even look in your direction no matter what kind of body you got.
I disagree. There's
Nah,
some
I can't.
girls I seen that were so beautiful. I didn't care about the hair. Just like the freaking West African doll. I didn't care.
Nah, I'm not into that. If you're bald, I don't. You could be a straight dime. That's still what you do with you.
every all of them on the map. West African dog came way later on in life, which is far more recent.
I respect that, but I'm still. That's just
Jada
my
Pinkett.
bias.
I mean, she was way sexy before she got older, but she's not hideous.
I understand, but I'm just saying that's my bias. You could be a 10 out of 10. You could even be an 11 on the 10 scale. Hell, you could be a 15 on the 10 scale. I'm still gonna be like, no, because you're bald.
But you could just put a wig on it. It's that detrimental. Oh, what if
I
you
don't like that. I like my chicks
with
with natural hair.
but then they get freaking cancer and then they end up bald.
Oh, if you have cancer, I have nothing left to actually freaking talk to you. You're going to die.
I mean, like, this is somebody that you spent a lot of time with, who's potentially the mother of your kids.
Oh, she's the mother of my kids. I'll just not look at her. I'll tell my kids they can look at her, but I'm not gonna look at her. She could potentially die, and I just wouldn't even notice. Because I refuse to actually. I want to remember her as I remember her. A dime, son. I would. I hate bald females. Like, it's not my thing. I don't hate them. I just don't like it. Let me rephrase that.
But the fact that you can have a relationship with somebody and they can go through something that causes them to lose their hair, and then you don't love anything about them anymore just because of that is sad.
Dragon, my mother got cancer and everybody else was crying. I was like, yeah, you'll be alright.
But you hate your mom, which is something you need to fix.
Yeah. I'll fix that as soon as the big man upstairs can actually fix some stuff on his end.
That's not how it works. Did you watch that part 1 and part 2 I sent you?
I didn't get to watch that yet. I was watching another one on homosexuality and why it's bad.
No, you should watch that one and get back
I
to
will
it
tomorrow.
I
But as soon as he fixes, but as soon as upstairs fixes some of my problems, which it is, but I need a little bit more, then I'll continue to. Then I'll try to fix my problem with the necessities of me trying to kill her. Because one time she pissed me off in the car so much, I think I actually almost reached for the car wheel so we can crash, knowing I would live and she would die.
Personally, you didn't know that. You assumed that.
I didn't know what. Tell me.
Whether you would survive.
No, I knew I would survive. Believe me, I would
How did you
survive.
know that she wasn't going to survive?
Because I'd kill her if she lived and say that she freaking hit the window.
There
You have
would
to
be a
think,
bunch-
Dragon. I
there
know how
would
to
be-
fake murders, man.
There would be a bunch that would contest that. Was this daylight or night?
It would be
Was she on the
nighttime, of
Parkway?
course.
Was she
It
in
was
the park?
nighttime.
So,
And we were
it's
down
there's
a
a lot
road
of
where there was
variables.
nobody.
Were there witnesses? There's a whole bunch of
There was
variables.
nobody
You
on
can't-
the road,
You don't
Dragon.
know that though.
I do know that because I seen while she was driving.
Wait, how you got that out on my character?
Oh, look at that. You didn't know about that outfit, did you?
I don't like the shirt, but I like the pants, and I love the
I
hair.
definitely don't like the pants. I hate knee pads.
Me too, but I don't care about
The
that.
only thing they're good for is freaking. Never mind.
You have issues. Well, so do I, but your issues are far more severe.
What do you mean? My issues are fine.
You have issues when it comes down to viewing a woman as an actual living creature, not a sex toy.
What's the difference?
This is a very big difference. Oh my lord.
There is a big difference, but guess what? I don't care.
Is this an R. Kelly song?
I hope they freaking stuff King in jail.
Dad, she's cutting something here? Damn.
And you know what, Dragon? You're right. Not really, but you're right.
You always say that. This is why I hate debating with you. Because if you
Dragon, that's
disagree-
sarcasm.
Yeah,
And I
you
even
say
said
that all
before that
the
you're
time.
not right.
Yeah, exactly. But you say that all the time, though. So is it every time you say that it's sarcastic? That's not true. Because there's times when you say that because you just
No, because I
don't
put
want to have
actual
the talk.
feeling and emphasis into the fact that I'm letting you know you're right, just so this can stop.
Yeah, but that's because you want to end the conversation. It's not because you're being
Yeah.
sarcastic.
But this time it's sarcasm.
I
You know what
don't,
sarcasm is, right?
you're freaking it's like all of this to me comes off as hypocrisy. Because it's like you say you're Christian, and then it's like you're supposed to be held accountable to honor a certain position, but then it's like how you
Yeah, I do honor
live.
the position.
No,
It's
you
just
don't.
that my view is different.
But
Not
that's not
everybody's gonna
that's not.
freaking believe. Not everybody freaking is a Christian. Freaking thinks everything in the Bible is correct, or even right for that matter.
Yeah, but that depends. That depends on what you're referring to, though.
A lot of things. They're not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh my God, there's nothing wrong with this right here." A lot of them, they're freaking pastors who believe there's something wrong with a lot of the crap in there, or
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, but that depends on what you're referring to, though.
Yeah, and I'm referring to this part about with
You,
freaking chicks. That's about it.
you're referring to God's standard of marriage, which starts. Nobody is refuting that is a believer. Like
Personally,
they'll
I'm not gonna say
refute.
that there's anything wrong with it, but my personal opinion is that just my opinion. I didn't say that there was anything wrong with it, did I? No. Well, I said, "Oh, you're complaining about my view on women as a whole."
Damn it!
And that's
Because
just how it's gonna
that's
be.
because that's not a Christian view.
Oh
On the
my
subject.
God, she has that stupid thing that's a one shot.
Really? Wow.
Yep. But she can only have one axe though.
That's
And I think she
a
just loaded it up.
that's an add-on. That's not a perk.
Yeah, it's
Right?
an add-on.
Wow. I'll save you after you tell me she's not camping you at least.
Why would she have to? She can just one shot with a throw.
Because she knows when you come.
She's running away, just so you know.
I
But she's
see
still
her.
close.
Is that Zero by you? That person closer to you than me.
I think that's no. It's the chick with the fro. You're the only person who actually hates my view on people, and I don't understand it. Weirdo.
Because it's hypocrisy and God. Because it's how come I always say the God you believe in. Because if you believe in the God of the Bible, then He has certain laws. Whether
Yeah, I
whether you
believe
agree,
it. Doesn't
whether
mean
you
that I can actually
agree,
uphold every law.
it's not about
Aren't humans
every
flawed
law, though.
creatures, though?
If you the thing is you can't be a freaking God-fearing Christian, but then have that view that is anti-Christian. It's like being a gay Christian that justifies his view of living in sin with pride and having pride in a sin and holding that sin above God's Lord. But then also at the same time being a Christian, but going to anti-Christian-ish and anti-God stuff.
A lot of Christians go through anti-Christian stuff.
That is called hypocrisy. And it's like, are you
You're
truly
living,
a
right?
Christian?
Isn't that hypocrisy? Isn't that anti-Christian?
No, it's not. Because it's impossible for you to uphold.
So wouldn't you be
It's
anti-Christian
impossible for
right
you.
there?
See, because the difference is, even though I'm not even finishing my points, if you're a Christian, you already know you can't uphold God's law. It's just impossible.
Exactly. So why are you complaining about my viewpoint today?
Because the point is, if you are a Christian, even though you can't uphold it, you make the effort to try to.
Yeah, I
You
made
just-
the effort
you
for
just-
years, Dragon.
Yeah, that's past tense though. It's till you die.
Exactly, because I can't uphold it.
See, but
Sorry.
that doesn't justify. Then that doesn't justify living as a non-Christian.
I don't live as a non-Christian. I just can't uphold most of the laws. I mean, some of them, not most of them. So I don't steal.
But
I don't
you
freaking
should
rob.
be making the
I don't
effort.
freaking murder, even though some people deserve it.
You should be making the effort to change your view of a female.
You're asking me too much.
Cause it's like you're talking about, I'm not gonna do this until God does this. But what if the guy you believe in says, I'm not gonna help you till you freaking mend this relationship and represent me properly? And
Then
if you
I
never
guess
do
we ain't
that-
gonna do this then.
But that's because you're choosing not to do what he demands.
You got me mend other problems, but I guess that problem ain't gonna get fixed.
Because
I
there's
found
this
the
thing
hex
called
to
there's
it.
this thing called grace and all that type of stuff where it's like you have some leniency in there, but then you also reach a point where you're accountable. He's only gonna be lenient
I know
for
I'm
so
accountable.
long. But it's like
I'm
people can
something
point
else.
out flaws in how you live, and then you just refuse to make the effort to even bother to correct them. Like if you was a
'Cause I
non-believer with
refuse.
this view, this conversation wouldn't happen because I already accept
No,
the
it wouldn't.
fact that you made your choice. You're on the other side, but to be on the same side as me, and then
Because some people are different, Dragon. Not everybody's the same.
it's not about that because damn it. Because since we're both on the same side and we're both trying to do the same thing, when I see my fellow brother falling short, it's up to me to point that out. But if you're not on the same side as me, you're doing the same thing. I can mention it, but it's not going to be a God-related conversation because I know where you stand. But if you stand on the same side as me, and you can listen to all this stuff that I listen to and not feel anything, that's a red flag. To deny all of the crap that I want you to do by choice is problematic.
I actually understand what they're saying, and I actually believe it.
But you don't apply though. Because I can make the argument that even demons believe the crap.
Dragon. Think about it.
Even demons believe the crap, but they don't apply it, which is where the root cause of the problem is.
Then I guess I'm a demon.
You're not.
I'll be what I am. And if that's what I am,
this is all
mankind,
damn it.
then I guess that's what I am.
I cannot get this generator done because of this chick.
If that is what I must be to be, then that is what I am.
I'm about to drop. You're gonna just axe me. That's all you do, though?
That was like the main thing for the character. I'm surprised she made it.
Because she missed.
In the immortal words of whoever said this, I think, therefore I am.
I only say this because God doesn't like lukewarm. He doesn't like somebody who calls themselves a Christian, but then nothing they do is Christian other than the fact that they say
he doesn't.
It's like because
I guess when I get
a non-Christian will look at you and it's like, why aren't you happy? You're supposed to be a representative of God. You're supposed to do this.
I can't be happy because my life sucks. Do you understand that? You do not understand.
See, but your hope is in knowing that this is not the only life you're gonna have.
Yeah, but who wants to have a sucky whole life, which could probably be 100 years? We don't know when the end is happening. Everybody else is looking like, oh, it's soon. It's soon. People know that soon. People don't know that soon could be anywhere. Soon could be soon, but for him, for anything else, soon could probably be 100 years from now.
Yeah, but due to all the crap going on,
I could have a crappy life for 100 years, right?
Yeah, but
and you say due to all the stuff going on, y'all don't know the exact time, and nobody knows. He even said it himself, so I don't want anybody to tell me that.
Yeah, that's true. But there's certain signs that applies that we've been in the end times for at least 100 years plus.
Yeah, and it could be another 100 years before anything happens. Which means that we'll be dead of old age, which means I'll have a sucky life the whole time.
But if you believe in a pre-trib rapture, that means that it could be any time, as in like today.
I know it could be any time, and I know as of today.
There's arguments for
I know that. That's like what
raptures.
soon is. Soon means the same thing. And if you believe in the pre-trib rapture, but where's the proof of such thing? Because most Christians don't actually believe in that.
You can't say most. Some people believe in.
All right, a lot of them do. If not a huge percentage, just because all they see is that, well, we're gonna freaking get persecuted, heads cut off, all that other howdy doody goodness.
That's happening regardless.
Yeah, we're gonna get. hold on. We're gonna get all that howdy doody good, all that howdy doody horrible crap, actually, and then we get saved. I'm like, oh, so you want me to just freaking watch what's happening, if not be a part of that?
That's a post-trib rapture, then.
See, I can't actually. I don't see the truth of that.
Because there's two things. One
There's on the hook, you know.
Yeah, I'm working on that. Because it's like you're using the fact that you don't know when Christ is coming back to freaking use that as an excuse to not live right. And there's a whole.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm talking about is the whole freaking crap. Oh, wow, somebody got 0. All I'm saying is that we could easily get Well, we already are. I'm sorry. I forgot what this was
Because it's
about.
like you're talking about 100
This whole
years.
bunch of freaking stuff, man.
Honestly, life
What I'm
expectancy.
saying is that I could actually freaking have a garbage life for 100 years, Dragon. Which out of my 100, I already used, what is it, 27? Soon to be 28?
But
And my
then look
life
at what you get
still
in
hasn't been back on
returns.
track?
You get 2,000 years of a totally 180.
I
Of,
don't
a-
even want to
of,
even
of,
live for
of,
2,000 years. You know how boring
but
that'll be?
yeah, but given the circumstance you'll be under during that would be so different. You probably would have a total difference of opinion. The
Believe me,
entire
because heaven is
world would
supposed
be
to
a mess.
erase your whole perspective on life, which I still consider not fair,
Not New
I
Jerusalem.
wouldn't.
That's New Heaven.
Oh,
Damn it, she is
oh,
guarding my freaking generator with her freaking life, man.
well then, let me explain to you. Since we won't forget for the 2,000 years, I don't know. Oh, the killer left because she got offended. You doing one more match, or you just gonna get wrecked?
Wait, I got no points. We can do one more.
All I'm saying is that even still, who gonna live for that long? And then eventually, forever.
See, because the
Forever is a
argument
very
to that,
long time.
because it's like I feel like your perspective is skewed. You don't seem to have a perspective of you were saved from being hellbound. All your problems in this life are eliminated, and now you're living
Now
in
you're
the
adding
presence
that
of
in.
God physically, and then you're being freaking, and then you're inheriting your kingship, and then the entirety of the
What
rest of the earth.
kingship? The stuff that we are supposed to get?
Because Christ left to build you a mansion. When he comes back with New Jerusalem,
I know, I heard the story.
yeah, you would be getting your own freaking palace. And then when New Jerusalem is on earth, that 1,000 years or whatever, you would be here. And then all of the rest of the people on the planet would be your servants. They will be visiting New Jerusalem to serve you. And that's one of the reasons why Jesus is called King of Kings. Because everybody would technically be a king, but he will be the king of those kings, and we will be ruling. You would have your heavenly body already. You wouldn't be aging and dying and all of that, except for your servants. But beyond that, we don't know what else that entails. The whole city of this and all that. We don't even have a visual of that. It's supposed to be beyond comprehension, which is why there's not much said about. Just like hell, it's supposed to be bad beyond what you can perceive mentally. Heaven is the opposite. It's beyond whatever you can perceive in goodness. And that heaven, New Jerusalem, is a temporary one. It only lasts for like 1,000 years, the millennium reign or whatever. Then you get to new heaven, and that's supposed to be even greater than that, because everything would get remade. All the problems you have in this life won't exist. All your negative and all your depression, none of that would exist. But even before that wipe of that, you still wouldn't have that. so I don't get the critique of that. If I have to suffer for freaking potentially 50 years, if that, because of how
50? Don't you mean like
life is.
100 is the
No,
potential?
I don't mean that, because I don't expect to even live to 90. Realistically speaking, who knows what could happen? I could be gone in 20 years from now.
The fact that you don't even expect that already is your view. Wouldn't that already negate your Christian view? You should expect to live a long time.
That does not negate my Christian view.
Don't they always expect to actually live a very long time?
No, they don't. Because if you want to bring up that argument, I could bring up that the 12 disciples of Jesus only lived to be like, what, 33? And all of his disciples, they died within like, what, a 2 to 5 year period after him? If that 5 years is the highball. The only one that didn't have a gruesome death was freaking, I think, oh my god, who was it? Was it John? I think the only one that didn't have a gruesome death was freaking John. And he freaking was supposedly, they supposedly tried to kill him with boiling acid or some crap like that, but he survived. But all of them got butchered. They all got butchered so that the Bible could be made, to prove that the stuff they seen was real, because if it was fake, somebody would have denied his resurrection or whatever. But they all freaking did 180s and who they were as men. They did supernatural feats and all this extra crap before they were
They
killed.
did supernatural feats.
Yeah, their shadows was healing people. They walked past you and you had AIDS, you was cured.
How'd they do that?
Because Jesus shared his power with them. They practically have the same power as him to a certain extent.
That's
That's
impossible.
It's not.
That's impossible.
I told you before, God views you as Jesus, which is how come you can go to heaven. The reason we all freaking are hellbound is because we all we all inherit Adam's sin. Because Adam messed up,
See
we
why?
all
See
messed
that's
up.
another thing. Why do we gotta inherit somebody else's
Because the
stuff?
counter to that is Jesus. Since Jesus didn't mess up, you take Jesus on, and then you're viewed as Jesus. But if you don't have Jesus, you're still viewed as Adam. That's how come Jesus referred to as the last Adam. The first Adam was in the garden. The second Adam, also the last one, is Jesus. And
But
since
because Adam got freaking tricked by some chick, it's all his fault.
it's not about him, he wasn't tricked. He already knew what it was.
It's the
That was that
nurses.
was
Now he
that
was
was a
tricked.
freaking that was a declaration of his love for Eve. And also, you have to also factor in the fact that he didn't truly understand the full concept of what death was, because he was immortal before that. He had an idea, oh yeah, she'll be gone, but he didn't really understand that until Abel was killed. Adam is
So
the
pretty
reason why there was
much
animal
Adam
sacrifice. He was actually heartbroken because of that. It's just not in the Bible about that, because
He
that's
was
not
what?
the focus. He was heartbroken.
So pretty much because Eve freaking tricked him,
Eve didn't
he
trick
got
him.
himself.
That-
Yeah, she
that-
did.
Adam was never. He knew what the fruit was.
Yeah, but who conned him into doing it?
She didn't con him to do it. He did it by his own choice. He could have
Nah,
said
she
no.
conned him into doing it.
Nah.
Bad facts.
Nah.
Alright, Dragon. Whatever you say.
Honestly, on this subject, I feel like I'm more in freaking the Bible than you by far. And it's like I'm not using
Dragon,
that.
if I actually put in the time and dedication I did for a lot of stuff, I would be so much more.
I think because if you did the same thing as
That's
me,
extra.
I think you would have a freaking different view about that. I studied that because I
No,
used to
I
have
wouldn't
that.
have a different view.
You probably
My
would have a
views don't
different view.
change. My views
Huh.
don't change.
That's a problem. That means that
Just why should
that means
they?
that you hinder your own growth. My view changed because
That just
my
means
view
I believe in myself.
my view was eye for an eye. I believe
That is my view.
I believe if you did something wrong, you should be held accountable for it, and depending on the severity of your crime, you should be punished. And if you hurt somebody who was good, the penalty for you should be death. I didn't believe that a bad person can change to be good and all that type of stuff. I believe that there was black and white good people and bad people. And if you killed all the bad people,
I still don't
we
believe
would be
that.
left
It's like
with
how
good
Deep
people.
Murder tells me pedophiles can freaking change. I'm like, they don't change, they're animals.
They can. But
No,
my
they're
view is wrong.
animals.
My view is wrong, and now I have the opposite view of my original. How many freaking people in prisons was murderers and stuff, and now they're kind Christians and junk? How
I
many
can trust the
Satanists
murderer, I
and
just don't
devil
trust
worshippers
pedo.
was in that group? Oh shoot! This the nurse and she's behind me.
I said it was the nurse.
It's like people change. It took me a while to grasp that. Even those dudes from Passing Nathaniel that I showed you, two of those niggas that was on him that he trained, I knew them before they met him. They was street niggas. One of them was kind of cool. He was kind of like a boxer, and the other one
And
was
when
a
they just went
freaking
to home
womanizer.
and worship Pastor Nathaniel.
I don't know how they bumped into him or whatever, but he changed them. I had seen when I first seen them with a
Have you ever
Bible.
met Pastor Nathaniel?
No, but I meant his students.
You should send me something from him so I can send it to Dean Murder.
See, but you're doing that for jokes, though.
Yeah, I am doing it for jokes. See, I'm not lying.
The point is that they changed, and even though I don't
I know
agree
murders can change.
completely,
Pedophiles can't, though.
even though I don't agree completely with his teaching, because it's more focused on race than Christ in a sense.
This is true.
it's still changed them for the better.
Look, all I'm gonna say is
And-
that pedos can't change, and ain't nothing nobody can tell.
See, I disagree with that though, because I watched it. I watched at least
You
two
watch the
of them.
pedophile change.
I watched them come to terms with knowing that they didn't want to do it, and I get that because that's also biblical.
Nah, that's what they say. They know they wanna do
No,
it.
that's biblical.
Nah, they're animals.
Some are, but some aren't.
No, they're all animals. They deserve to die.
And it's like that's a problem because from God's view, sin is sin regardless. Doesn't matter what
Exactly.
the sin is.
They
With the
are
exception,
sin.
with the exception of sexual sins. Sexual sins are the worst.
Exactly, and that's what that is. Is
Yeah,
it not?
that's just a form of fornication. That's just one sexual sin, though.
Exactly,
it's
it's
all
a
of it,
form
though.
of sexual sin. I think that.
But
They
it's
can't
like it's all of them, though. It's like you look at people who do certain sins you don't do,
And I understand
and
it's
then,
all
and then
of
it's
them.
like you just instantly just condemn them to hell. But it's like, what about
Because
your sins?
pedophiles are monsters.
Yeah.
Oh, I said
that
I,
might-
Dragon.
that
I already
might
said I
be.
was going down for mine. But if I'm going down, they deserve to go with me.
No. If they make the change and then they do the stuff that
No.
you're not doing,
No.
no. Because the dude who died next to Jesus on the cross was probably worse than the pedophile, but he went to heaven.
Oh no, you can't be worse than that. That's impossible.
Freaking Saul in the Bible, who wrote most of the New Testament, was worse than the pedophile. He was killing children.
That's not worse than a pedophile.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
He killed children. He
always
killed
make
women.
more of them.
He killed.
But
he
having their
was a
minds
freaking
erased
murderer.
from all the horrible things that happen, you
He
can't.
stoned Stephen. He did a bunch of freaking junk that was vicious.
What did he do? He stomped him?
Stoned him.
Oh, that's horrible. But pedophiles are much worse.
Nah.
Yeah, it is.
Because
Touch children.
you have this view on pedos and you have this view on gays. Personally,
Yeah, 'cause
I have a
they
lot
eat.
of friends that are gay, and I don't want them going to hell and crap. Regardless, I don't freaking care.
I'll let them go. I
Nah,
don't care.
I disagree with that. And then you
And
have
that's where
people.
you
Then you
disagree.
have people that are bi.
That's why I don't like hanging around them.
You have people
because
that
they're-
are bi as well, and you're
They can go
condemning them to hell off that when
They
that
can
shouldn't
go
be the
right
way.
there.
Nah, I disagree with that.
They can definitely go.
And this is what I say about your view is not right.
Oh, I even like Yolanda, but if I freaking see her down there, I mean, I can't say nothing.
Your view isn't.
I mean, it's not.
It is.
You're just
And
saying
then-
that because it's not all lovey-dovey.
Your view is off.
No, it isn't.
And what do you have to support this view? It's definitely
The
not.
fact
it's
that God
definitely not.
punished people too.
Because he's just. If you're a pedophile freaking went to a court
Well, I'm not
and
God, so I
wasn't
can't actually
punished,
say all that.
if you're a pedophile
But I just don't like them. I think
confessed
that they're wrong.
to raping 57 one-year-olds and he went to
Then he should
court
be shot.
and then the
in the throat.
freaking judge said, oh, you get a free pass. That's not just. God is just. When you commit a freaking sin, you are punished for that sin because he's judging you.
No, the pedo should be
Honestly
shot.
and
in the throat.
righteous.
I don't care.
So
Sarah,
it's
the
wrong.
door's open.
So it's like there's accountability there that you have to be responsible for your choices in crime. If you make the wrong choice, that's on you. But if you
I
make
think
the
the
right
pedo should be
choice,
shot
if you
in
make
the throat,
amends,
and that's about it.
if you own up, there's reward for that.
No, I think the pedo should be shot in the throat.
I'm not arguing how you feel about that, because if that was my freaking daughter I don't have, I'd probably have that same freaking view. But if that person did a 180, you know that would make me tight.
No, I don't care. You are evil.
Wow, did he quit? Did he quit at the end
Must
of the match?
have.
Because I didn't even get to walk out the gate, like...
I'm just being unspoken. Guess what?
That's all the points I got? Wow.
Right. Oh, look at that. Disconnected. Guess he gets
Wow.
unsportsmanlike. Unsportsmanlike. I'm going to the bathroom. You're right. Better chances. No,
That's not what I was saying.
that.
I was saying you
I
should pray for.
never
I was
give a
saying you should
fuck.
pray for their souls. Because
Yeah,
you
I
don't
try to
want
do that, but
anybody to
life doesn't
freaking.
just impress me each day.
And there it is.
What is?
Your issue that you want to
Rob's
address.
leaving now.
Yeah, but he probably doesn't. He live farther. He lives much farther than we do.
Eh, I'll be right back, but nonetheless, they're not people anymore, in my
They
opinion.
are. Then your view is wrong. It's just, your view right now is the same view as me saying, "Well, I feel like a frog today."
You know what, Dragon? You're right.
They're not people. They are people.
You know, you're right. They are bad people. Very, very bad people.
They're
They
worse
should be
people.
punished, in my opinion.
Are we talking about pedos, gays, or both?
All of them. Both, actually. They should have been punished.
Nah, because biblically speaking, we should all be punished, not just them.
If I gotta burn, then they gotta go with me.
You don't have to burn.
Nah, I know I got to.
Then that's your choice.
Then they should come with me.
Because I already did the research on can a gay person go to heaven. The answer is yeah. Just so
they
you
can.
know. Yes, they can. Then what facts do you have to support that?
The fact that God said it was wrong, and he hates them.
God never said that.
Alright, he hates the sin, but still.
But he hates sin in general.
Look, they just can't go.
But what
And if they
facts do you
do-
have to support that though?
That would not be a part of my existence.
Because in the Bible it already says that can happen. That already happened.
How do you know what happened? What gate do you know it to happen?
Because Paul said it happened.
How does he know?
You mean, what does the person who wrote almost half the Bible know about the freaking Bible? Because everybody that is supposedly a Christian that's going to heaven, most of them were freaking just like the people you hate. Most of them have a past where they're not right. Most of them have freaking problems, and most of them, or all of them, deal with their own personal sins that they can't overcome. But that doesn't mean they don't go to freaking heaven because they struggle with a sin. You don't go to heaven when you indulge yourself in a sin, enjoy the sin, and don't fight against the sin. When you do the sin willingly without consequence and expect God to just take you in because you enjoy living a life of sin, you could care less about the consequence, then you're most likely hellbound. But if you fight against your own urge to sin, but you fall short, there's a difference there. That's what really separates a saint from a sinner. If you're a gay person fighting against the urge to freaking be homo, as opposed to a person that takes pride and promotes it and inspires others to do it, there's a difference there. Because you can have a gay Christian that freaking
that's practically what is that? That's hypocrisy.
It's not.
You can't be even be freaking gay, man.
You can be a gay Christian because that's your sin that you're fighting with, but you're struggling to overcome it, as opposed to a person that promotes it. Now, if you say you're a gay Christian and you are married to a gay dude, or you're a female married to another female, and there is no struggle to fight the urge to be homo, then you're probably not really Christian. You're probably living a lie. But if you're fighting the urge and you're falling short on occasion, like maybe twice a week you fall short, but you fight against it the other 5 days or whatever, but then you mess up and then you backslide, you get hit on and then you mess up, but then you fight against it, that's a person struggling with a sin. They're actually in spiritual warfare. That's a gay Christian that's going to heaven, as opposed to the person who goes to the parade and freaking sucks 5 dudes off it and he has a jump with pride. There's a difference there, but he'll also be like, but I'm a Christian. There's a big difference there between the two.
Sure.
And you have to have discernment to know the difference. When you go to a church and all they're talking about is God is love and how he loves gays and crap and all of that type of junk, that is not a good church to go to. That's like a den of demons. But when you have somebody addressing problems and you have conviction because you lived in sin for a whole week, or you rejected God or whatever, and you feel kind of bad for half that message, but then there's a freaking light at the end of the tunnel, and then you leave there trying to live more correctly, that's probably a better option because it's more authentic, it's real.
You're right. You are 110% correct.
But a lot of times with you, or at least how I perceive it, you'll listen to a message, but you won't apply it. It just goes, it's like surface level. It's like, I forgot what that junk Jesus said was about sandy ground or whatever. Like, you build your house on sand. So it's like when you have all this information, when the wind blows, it just falls over in the desert and it's lost. It's not like you soil it and water it and then build the house with bricks and reinforce the foundation so that when trials and tribulations come, your faith isn't shaken due to your circumstances because you have a strong foundation. Your foundation is kind of weak. So it's like when you face adversity, it's like you cave in and just look the other way almost immediately. Like it doesn't stick with you long enough to grow. Because it's like, you should fix the relationship with your mother. And if that's the only thing holding you back, rather than mend that relationship and move forward and potentially get a blessing, you will remain idle by choice and suffer by choice. And then not get ahead by choice. And it's like, why are you punishing yourself like this when all you have to do is this to potentially correct crap? And then it's like, my pride. Like, seriously?
Why you hating on my pride for?
Because it's a sin.
Pride is not.
Pride and unbelief is a sin. God does not really do much if you don't have any faith that he can do it. It's like asking a billionaire for money but not believing he has any. But expecting him
really
to
don't like the fact that I have pride.
It ain't about. It's not about me. It's about your relationship with God. Just being somebody who's close to you, and I can see flaws that are just omega level in your freaking own personal relationship. Sometimes I just
flaws that are omega level.
I just bring them to your attention, but you still don't even correct them regardless. You just remain idle. I don't even see the struggle sometimes of you. Like me, I be struggling trying to do crap right. Because I have a history where I'm hot-headed. I get mad easily, and then I just want to freaking stab you to death. But I'm not like that today. It takes a lot more to get me to that point. That's the old me from before. I still have anger issues. I have a lot of issues, probably greater than anger issues. I have thirst issues as well. I have trying to freaking do the right thing issues, while also struggling with freaking quitting and crap. I got my own freaking crap going on too. Oh my goodness. Let me know when you out the bathroom. Oh my goodness. I'm like, if the potatoes, like, if you're really not Christian, then don't be. Not because I don't want you to be, but because God doesn't want somebody that's in the middle. Doesn't want somebody who's like a Christian one day a week, but then he's like anti-Christian every other day. It's like, what's the point of that? And then you're not even happy. You're not happy at all. You're depressed. You don't believe God can do anything to help you. And then when God demands certain things of you, you refuse to do them. So it's like, why are you punishing yourself by being hellbound? It's better for you from God's perspective to just not believe at all. And just live a life of selfishness. God would rather have you be hot than freaking lukewarm, or I guess cold than lukewarm. Because it's like, they don't even happy with this crap. He don't even agree with this junk. He doesn't align his views with God's views. So what makes you Christian? The fact that you believe in Christ, but what do you do with that belief? Do you really even believe that? How do you believe in Christ? You say you're a Christian, but then you also believe you're hellbound, when you have all the tools to not be hellbound, you still consider yourself hellbound. It's like, so are you really Christian? Because just going to church on Sunday is not going to do nothing for you. That's just tradition at this point. Because your family does. Is this sarcasm?
No, that's not sarcasm.
Because sometimes I feel like I'm more passionate about your spiritual walk than you are with your own spiritual walk. And my spiritual walk is not 100%. My junk is not right either. It's more right than yours, but you're not the standard God is holding me to.
No, I'm not.
And I'm not the standard he's holding you to either.
Exactly, so what is he complaining for?
What is what?
Now, what is that other red person to kill?
What's what?
Can I ask what is he complaining? I'm looking for something in Hitman. All I'm saying is, what is he complaining for? All I said was, I have different.
Because certain views are just anti-Christian views, and certain views are Christian views, but they clash with other Christian views because the human understanding of what God's view is on something can be obscured depending on what the subject is, which is why I bring up the rapture thing, which is why sometimes people bring up Leviticus laws, but they deny the New Testament crap. And it's like, that's not a proper view. That's wrong. That's blatantly wrong, unless you're talking about life in BC. Like, if you're talking about today's life, that doesn't apply anymore because that's already been fulfilled. But if you don't have that view, your view is wrong. When you believe that you have to do 7 Hail Marys to freaking address a sin, that's wrong. That's saying Christ's sacrifice wasn't enough.
Universe 7. Universe 7 is already. We're gonna get shot by somebody one day.
Zero's like, that practically is Universe 7.
That is Universe 7.
I want to throw freaking Oob in there, hopefully. I'm really hoping that Oob comes into the story. More like more in the story.
See how everybody thinks I'm wrong, Zero. It's like I'm right. Everybody says I'm wrong. Hence why I leave this card. I mean, I'm wrong to an extent. I refuse to be wrong. This is another day of the Lord.
Alright, we could head out.
Alright.
It wasn't on a Zero.
Good game,
It
Zero.
was good, yeah.
Best around.
I don't think I'm gonna be on later tonight, Zero. But I will be on tomorrow after the gym, of course. Feel free to hit me up whenever you're on tomorrow. Venom. Excuse me. Venom 2. I'll let you know what I think. Until next time. Oh, let's leave the party. I might as well quit the game. That way it ain't